Hi everybody, Scott Taylor, the Data Whisperer here, talking to you from the NRF, National Retail Federation, the big show. Over 50,000 people, dozens of countries represented, hundreds of exhibitors. We're going to be talking with the folks at Pivotree about their new data as a service platform. How does that help all these companies really kind of leverage their way out of technical debt? Derek, you talked a lot about a lot of this technology. There's a lot of things going on out there. How do these services from Pivotree fit in today's modern data stack?
Actually, really nicely, because we span the value chain. So we understand that data obviously is going to be the foundation for everything we do, but we also work in supply chain and commerce. So really we cover everything end to end, not just on the data side, but also on the functionality side. And we're starting to work a lot more in composable components. Let's say you have a big monolithic ERP system. In the old days, you would have to, you'd have to make it'd have to get painful enough that you'd make the decision that you're going to replace it. You're going to re-platform.
Yeah.
And then you're going to, so what are you going to do? Well, you're going to go through some sort of selection. You're going to put a committee together. You're going to get millions of dollars worth of investment money. You're going to go through this whole rigmarole to rip and replace so that you can solve maybe some very discrete problems within your operation. What we focus on the composable part is we say, don't get rid of your 3-letter ERP system. You're fine. But come in at the point where you really have the pain, and let us drop in a component that will solve that problem, work well with your 3-letter ERP system. And the nice thing is that when the data's all there, you're not going through the data migration, integration work, all that sort of thing. It's there, it's ready to serve, and now you can just drop in. You can just drop in whatever components you want. It's faster time to market, it's less upfront investment. A lot of the things are being done as a service. You can bite off a little bit, do it, and then take the next piece.
So it sounds a lot more palatable for some folks who are just like, no, we're not going to rip all this stuff, change the foundation.
Exactly.
You're looking for those friction points and kind of bringing these composable nuggets to fix that particular thing.
And target it, that's right.
What's kind of a perfect situation when you look at it of what a brand's doing and then how you help bring some of these benefits to life?
It starts with kind of understanding what the problem you're trying to solve. So we'll work with customers. They're trying to massively expand their assortment. They want to go into this aisle. They're selling 100,000 SKUs today. They want to sell 1 million SKUs tomorrow. And obviously that's cost prohibitive if it's costing you $50 a SKU to get the information, work back to suppliers, curate everything, get it to a level of quality, get it out to channels. So we really help customers accelerate that if that's what they're trying to solve. Some customers are trying to solve analytics problems where we don't know what we sell. We've got 12 ERPs all over the world, different codes, different descriptions, we don't know what it is. We don't know who our vendors are because there's vendors and sub-vendors. And
a lot of these companies think that their world is like super unique.
What I always tell my customers is, you're special. You're not unique.
Yeah, that's it. That's the line.
But what we try to do is cut through all that and say, look, if you just trust us to help you, we're going to get you there. We're going to get you there faster. You don't necessarily, have a technology problem. You may have a data problem, but it's not because you have bad data. It's because you need more discipline.
Just doing
data.
bad things.
Doing bad things. It's like got in with the wrong crowd.
Exactly.
If you can leverage our experience and what we do, and some of our industry standard, data management capability, then you can get that done relatively quickly and cost effectively. Set yourself on a solid foundation to really start looking to the future. How am I going to collapse the supply chain? How am I going to automate my warehouse? But until you have the fundamentals, you always get back to the same thing.
It always does, yeah.
If you don't have the fundamentals, you can't do the fancy stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so that's really what we're trying to get our customers down to, is really executing well on the fundamentals and spending their time and energy on the things that really are going to be strategically differentiating, as opposed to the things they're kind of spending their money on now, which to me is really, misallocation of capital.
Get those fundamentals right, but also enabling that visionary application and end result that you can help them get to.
We've got a lab at Pivotree we call Store of the Future, which is where we're doing a lot of this kind of work, where we're trying to kind of be a little bit ahead of the curve, figuring out how these technologies are really going to apply. So once we get our customers to a place where they're able to really kind of succeed and thrive in the world we're in, then we're going to start helping them set the stage for the future world where they're going to be able to adapt very quickly to changing markets. So that's what we want to be able to help our customers do, is pivot on a dime to when these things come up.
Right, or Pivotree.
That's right.
That's it, we're right on
That's
there.
it.